Number 9, you got a 3-year starter, a 3-year all district guy,
Okay.
a 3-year all East Texas guy,
Okay.
a 3-year all state guy. Dog,
That's a stat. That's a stat line.
freaking stat line for your ass, man. A guy that every year that he played varsity, he was state recognized as one of the best players in the state. We are talking nobody other than Jephaniah Lister coming in at number 9. Jeff is just an absolute animal, dog. To me, he's part of the first class of kids I ever coached in Longview. And when I saw him the first time I saw him, I was like, damn, this is what slaves must have looked like. And not from like
wow.
I'm not ranking on him, but you could see every fiber, every muscle fiber in that dude's body you could see.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Like, looked like he was flexing at all times and, like, was just stupid strong for a kid that's 150, 160 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, he's cleaning and dropping, like, floor cleaning. And then getting his hips all the way to the ground and standing up with 270, 280 as a freshman.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that ain't right. Like, something
Yeah,
about that ain't right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this kid and I was like, you know what? If he was the first one off the boat, I would want him.
Yeah.
And that's the only way that I knew how to describe him in that moment, is that this dude is built differently than every single body else in this class.
That is hilarious.
You know, you start out with Jeff, and those who know the story on Jephaniah Lister know that he didn't even play his best position all throughout high school.
That is a
as
fact.
a varsity player.
My introduction to him playing football, he was a running back.
Right.
And he damn near never got tackled.
At all.
I remember going to a game, and I was like, they have to take him at the game. Because by halftime, I want to say he had already scored 4 touchdowns.
He's
and
different.
These wasn't no 2-3 yard touchdowns. He was taking them 80 yards, 60 yards, 70 yards. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this kid is. And I mean, his uncle is a classmate of mine,
right?
Philip Rudd. So I've been knowing him for a very long time.
Yeah.
But like I said, I always knew him to play running back.
Right.
And so I remember coming into, his sophomore year. I'm really high on Jeff. I'm like, oh, they gonna have little Jeff. He gonna have 3 years to get busy at running back. He gonna be at the end of his career. He can be regarded as one of the best running backs to come through. Y'all just watch. I seen this kid when he was playing freshman ball last year. He never got tackled. Just watch. Then I see him playing. I'm like, why he not playing
running back?
And then he's on the other side of the ball playing strong safety.
Yeah.
But he made it look damn good. And so, just to allude to what you were saying, like, he didn't even play his best position, but he ended up being regarded as the best. He got to be.
I think he's the best safety to play at Longview. He's not the best coverage guy. You know, and that's going to be, what a lot of people are going to point out when they talk about Jephaniah Lister, is that he couldn't even cover. But, like, my thing is this, he could tackle. And when we're talking about tackling, we're talking about a guy that as a sophomore in his first year, honorable mention All-State, 91 tackles, 7 for loss, 2 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 pass breakups, and a pick in 11 games. That team didn't even play 12, 13 games a year. Just 11 got beat in the first round of Beaumont Westbrook in 2016. And so you take that, you go into his junior year, second team All-State, 144 tackles, 89 of them solo. A lot of people like to shit on tackles and say, he just jumping on the foul. 89 of them solo.
He come and bust your ass.
4 for loss, 2 sacks, 6 pass breakups, 4 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and 2 block kicks. None no bigger than the one that he had in the 4th round, which was, if you have to even, I don't even know how you even, second best game in his life is against Lufkin in the 4th round of the playoffs. So that's it.
Yeah. Big block.
All over
big
the
block
field.
punt.
The game looks like it's about to get out of hand.
Yeah.
And Jephaniah says, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to take over. And a block punt to get us the football on the plus side of the field, straight up a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then, of course, after the theatrics, after the greatest catch in school history, they come out, and then how do we seal the game? Jephaniah, game-winning, game-closing interception.
Yeah.
It's insane. You know what I mean? Like, just that game was really, really special. That catapults him into his senior year, where he finishes with 135 tackles, 6 for loss, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. But the biggest game in senior year was which one, dog?
What was that, the 5th round?
5th round.
Versus Tascosa.
Amarillo Tascosa. And they've got a tailback, and they're running the triple option down Arthur Rote in the second half. But Jephaniah has 26 tackles, dog.
In one game.
In one game.
If I'm not mistaken, Tascosa was the game where Jephaniah, he hit somebody on their sideline, right?
Yeah.
And they threw a flag for unnecessary roughness. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Like, it made no sense why they had the flag out.
And I hope that play's on here so you can see.
Oh,
it was a clean form tackle.
Clean hit.
He unloaded on the kid.
Oh, my God.
It was beautiful. But then to see that flag, I was like, that's how you know he in his bag. They don't know what else to do with him.
You know, and the great thing about it is, like, you see these guys, you know, they'll talk about other safeties. You know, Poopy is a guy that I went back and forth with Poopy. I think Poopy should have been in the top 10. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I remember I was calling you like, man, we need to move Poopy in the top 10. 8 picks. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But when you think about what Jephaniah did, and then who he is playing and when they're playing them, like anybody that has a 26 tackle game, that's gonna go on their resume for forever. And like that's attached to your legacy for forever.
Yeah.
Like, but you can have 26 tackles against Marshall. You can have 26 tackles against a Lufkin. You can have 26 tackles against a Tyler Lee in the regular season, and it won't matter. But to have 26 tackles the week before the state championship, bro. Are you serious?
That's all you need to. That's all you need to know.
I mean, that's legend in itself.
Right.
We're in the 5th round of the playoffs, and and without Jeff, do we even get there?
That's a fact. Because
they scored the ball.
They was moving the ball.
They was moving the ball. They scored a lot of points that game.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how many they scored, but I know they scored a lot of points that game.
It was up in the 40s, right?
I thought it was like
maybe 50. I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
It got close.
It got close there at the end because
they
got some crazy shit, a hook and ladder and all that. But just to have 26 tackles in the 5th round of the playoffs to get to a state championship game cements your legacy. Now, of course, Jeff finishes the state championship game tied for the most tackles, so they gave it to Jephaniah as the state game defensive MVP, which we kind of already alluded to. Tyshawn should have gave it to Tyshawn, but
I heard he actually gave it to Tyshawn.
If he did, that's really cool.
Yeah,
he needed to.
Just being the RN, he gave it to him.
And he needed to. But the guy finishes his career with 370 tackles, 17 for loss, 6 sacks, 7 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries, 5 interceptions, and 2 block kicks.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's crazy.
And at this, saying all of these things, how big do you think this safety is? If I just tell you this stuff, this is a safety that has these.
You would think he was like Sean Taylor size.
You would think he was like what?
6'2",
215.
215
in high school.
Yeah,
running 4.5, killing people.
Right.
And then I tell you, he's 5'8", 170 pounds at the most.
Soaking wet.
And you're getting this kind of production from this kid at this spot. I'm not arguing with anybody. He's top 10. He might even be the school's best safety ever. And that's testy. That's testy because you've got Bobby Taylor. You've got, Birdsong. One of those Birdsongs played safety, didn't it? I know one played corner, one played linebacker. Didn't they have like a third brother?
They might have Chris Birdsong, but I don't know.
Did he play safety?
He might have.
I don't know.
He might have. That's out of my jurisdiction.
You've got Cortez. You've got Poopy Howard. You got Boo Howard, Lante Darden. All these guys, Corey Barley. All these guys.
I'm not gonna leave Keaton Daniels out of
Keaton Daniels. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave.
He's a very good player too. But when 3 years all state, and to be the heart and soul of the defense each and every season.
Yeah.
Without question, you're either looking at number 6 or you're looking at number 2 fly around and make a tackle for you.
Yeah,
and being the glue to the back end of that secondary. I don't know how you can not say that Jephaniah Lister is not deserving of this spot here at number 9.
They still gonna try.
Well, you can say whatever you want to, but you're just hating at that point.
That's a fact. They gonna try, but I mean, his career accolades they speak for themselves. Yeah. You can't. No other safety, damn near no other player can match his career accolades. 3 years you regarded as one of the best in the state in some category.
3 years in a row.
If not the state in your region.
I know people.
All of that.
I know people that brag about being honorable mention all state their senior year.
Yeah.
And this dude was doing it as a sophomore. Top 10.
He only got better.
Exactly.
As far as the accolades.
Honorable mention, second team, first team.
Yeah. Come on.
Who else you want?
state champion.
What else do you want?
MVP. And regardless if he deserved it or not.
What else do you want?
But tag that on my resume.
What else do you want?
That is a fact. What else could he have done? Maybe district MVP.
For what?
He did, yeah, right. It's a fact.
For what?
Why?
You got me district MVPs. The district MVPs ain't even on this list.
Yeah.